Beer here back in the Fantasy Bar. 6 of my favorite plays for the Game 2 slate on Thursday in the NBA, including a few guys I think are underpriced, a couple guys I think bounce back here big time in Game 2, and a beast of the night I think is set to go ham. Who are we talking about? Belly up to the Fantasy Bar and find out. Welcome in, guys. Thursday edition Beers Daily Fantasy 6-pack. Good to be back here once again in the Fantasy Bar talking NBA hoops. Game 2 is upon us here in these series, and I'm back with 6 of my favorite plays on this 4-game slate covering FanDuel and Draftkings. Now, before we get into the plays, guys, special offer just for you guys checking out the videos here in the Fantasy Bar. Head over to RotoGrinders.com/beer to get $10 off a Core 4 premium subscription that covers MLB, NFL right around the corner, PGA Tour, and of course, the NBA playoffs, all under one umbrella. The best optimizer in the business, premium articles and videos, ownership projections, everything you will need, and you get $10 off just for checking out the video here. RotoGrinders.com/beer. If you're on YouTube, do me a favor, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and that subscribe button, get notified when videos are coming out. We're doing NBA, we're doing MLB, we're doing NFL best ball videos as well. So a busy time here in the Fantasy Bar. Make sure you get notified when those videos are coming out. All right, let's get into the plays here for Thursday. Let's start at small forward, power forward in the mid-range with Carmelo Anthony of the Blazers. Now, I know a lot of people, including myself, wrote Carmelo Anthony off, that he was done. He was sick of forking him, but he has found the fountain of youth here in the bubble with this Portland Trailblazers team. We know playing at a very high level here are the Blazers behind Damian Lillard. But it's not only Lillard, it's guys like McCollum and Carmelo Anthony really filling that second and third scoring void for this team who went on to shock the Lakers in Game 1. But let's take a look at some of the numbers here for Carmelo. Almost 37 DraftKings points there in Game 1, and he only hit 3 of 11 shots. So you got to think the shots tick up. If he shoots a little bit better, we're talking about 40, 45 fantasy point upside at a small price tag under 6,000 on both the sites. And we've seen him give us 7, 8x upside a few times here in the Disney bubble. I think he does it here again against the Lakers, has that rivalry with LeBron James, but Carmelo Anthony playing outstanding basketball. The prices, in my opinion, too cheap, under 6K. Take advantage here on this 4-game Thursday slate. All right, let's move on to our next play. We got to get you a guy I think is going to bounce back in a big way at point guard, shooting guard, Dennis Schroeder of the Thunder. Now, I love this spot to go back to Dennis Schroeder. People are going to take one look at that game log. They're going to say, nope, I'm moving on to the next guy. What I see, played 20 minutes. As we know, he's going to play low 30s minutes for this team. I also saw a guy that didn't take as many shots that we're used to. The box score just did not look like a classic Dennis Schroeder game. So I'm expecting a big-time comeback here for this guy. When we look at the prices, mid-5s on both the sites and on DraftKings, cheapest that we've gotten him here in the Disney bubble. So take advantage of a buy low, take advantage of the ownership, nobody wanting to play this guy, and really taking advantage of the matchup here. We know Houston does not play any defense here. Bottom 12, whether we're looking at point guard, shooting guard, does not matter. They give up a ton of fantasy points. Dennis Schroeder going to bounce back and rebound here, and the price is fair at mid-5s on both FanDuel and DraftKings. All right, next play for us. Let's go to the point guard position, and we're going to go with the guy that's been absolutely on fire, Goran Dragic of the Heat. Now, some people say we're chasing points here with Goran Dragic. The price is up. I'm not listening to any of that nonsense, and don't get sticker shock here on these prices. Goran Dragic is still underpriced, and I'm going to tell you why. Let's take a look at his current DraftKings salary of $5,900. Let's take a look at the last 5 games this guy has played. So even at this new price tag, he would have outproduced that $5,900 price point. He was much cheaper. You got way more value on him at those prices, but even right around 6K on both sites, I think there's plenty of value here in Goran Dragic, who's shooting the ball a ton. Relegated Kendrick Nunn to no minutes in that last game, and even in a difficult matchup, he has been phenomenal here, playing with a ton of confidence for this Miami Heat team. A lot of focus on Bam Adebayo, Jimmy Butler for good reason. That's allowed Goran Dragic to step in and be that third scorer, and it's certainly what he's done, and he's also played very well against this Indiana team, averaging 32 DraftKings points a game over 4 games against the Pacers. So basically, that 32, he's getting you to cash game volume. He gets anything above that, we're talking 6, 7x in tournaments. That's how you win a GPP right there. And that helps make Goran Dragic one of those guys I think is going to appear in the winning GPP lineups here on the Thursday slate. All right, another bounce back candidate, a guy who has not been great lately, but I'm going to go back to the well at small forward, power forward, Robert Covington of the Rockets. So let's be another guy like Schroeder. Nobody's going to want to play him. He barely took any shots. This is a guy we know is capable of putting very big games on the board here. No Russell Westbrook once again here. James Harden can't do everything. I know Eric Gordon is back taking a lot of shots, but a lot of the people out there, they're going to go right back to Jeff Green, to Eric Gordon, who I'm fine with Gordon, but Jeff Green we know is a guy that's going to put these kind of games on the board here or there. He's going to disappoint more often than he gets things done. So let other people chase that value on Jeff Green. Let's go back to Covington here. The guy can contribute in so many different ways. Does not have to be shooting. It's rebounding, the assists, the steals, the blocks. He does it all for the Rockets. Now you add in hitting some threes, scoring more, and I think he does get more shots here in this game. It all adds up to Robert Covington being a low-owned option for your tournament lineups that I really like in the spot in Game 2 against the Oklahoma City Thunder. All right, moving on. Let's spend some money. We've saved you at some spots. Let's go to the center position with JUSUF NURKIC of the Blazers. Now, NURKIC was serviceable, kind of disappointed there in Game 1. The numbers were okay, but what I'm really expecting is Nikola Vucevic to be the guy people go to after his big game against the Milwaukee Bucks. So we'll have to keep an eye on the ownership here, but I think NURKIC could come in at a fraction of the ownership of what Vucevic is going to be, and I think he's got a bigger upside than what Vuce even put up in Game 1. 5 double-doubles now inside the bubble. The price on FanDuel, egregious in my opinion, at $7,700. I don't know how you don't lock this guy in, and on DraftKings, he's more expensive than Vuce, which is going to push people towards that Vuce side. Like I said, shot attempts were down at 11. I think that number goes up. We saw the rebounding there at 15. Good solid number. Gotten a little bit of foul trouble, so missed a few minutes there in crunch time. But all in all, this has been a guy playing extremely well. I don't think that changes. The price on FanDuel especially, too cheap. And if Vuce is going to be the guy people go to, I will love to lock in JUSUF NURKIC here. Easily my favorite center on this Thursday slate. All right, it's time to take a look at my favorite play for Thursday. But before we do that, guys, we're going to run it back. We're going to say thank you once again with the Beast of the Night contest. All you have to do, free to enter, get in the comment section below the video and give me fantasy points on DraftKings for my Beast of the Night. The closest guess will win themselves a free week of RotoGrinders Premium, like we talked about, covering all 4 sports. Gives you a free week to try everything out under that premium umbrella. If you're already a premium subscriber, we'll send you a free RotoGrinders t-shirt. Nothing better than free. Here we go with the contest, guys. So let's take a look at my favorite play for Thursday. You know, Mass, the Beast of the Night. All right, Beast time. We're going to spend up a lot of studs on this slate, but if there's one guy I want here tonight, it's power forward center Anthony Davis of the Lakers, tonight's Beast of the Night. So the Lakers disappointing in Game 1. Portland took it to them there at the end, but Anthony Davis, 24 shot attempts in Game 1, and I think that's going to be the same thing here in Game 2. The Lakers must win here. You do not want to go down 0-2 to a team playing with a ton of confidence like the Blazers are. So you're going to see a lot of LeBron James like you saw in Game 1, putting up an historic triple-double. And I love LeBron as much as the next guy, but you're going to see a lot of Anthony Davis here as well, especially early and often. They love to get this guy going early on in the game, and I think that's what you're going to see once again here in Game 2. As far as the matchup, averaging over 59 DraftKings points a game against the Portland Trail Blazers. We know nobody's going to slow down Anthony Davis. The prices are fair there in the mid-10s, and I think he puts up a massive 75-point fantasy game. We're going to go big here. Give him a 7X on the night, making Anthony Davis easily my favorite play on Thursday and tonight's Beast of the Night. All right, guys, that'll wrap us up for Thursday in the Fantasy Bar. Any comments, questions, feedback, hit that comment section right below the video. Fantasy points for Anthony Davis on DraftKings in the comment section. Guys, you can also head over to Twitter and follow me at Beermakersfan. For RotoGrinders.com, I am Beer saying salut. Best of luck here, guys, and we'll see you.
Hey, thanks for checking out our videos. If you want more expert advice on DraftKings, FanDuel, or any other daily fantasy sports, make sure you check out the current videos playlist.